All right. All right. Already. All float on. All right. Already.
So, Kate Blanchett bringing the magic back to Galadriel.
File. New window. TheOneRing.net/live. Come on then. So I've set this up so the chat room will still be over here.
Mm. Wow. So we're using this camera?
No, there's no camera on here.
Okay.
So we're streaming in HD
Wow.
on this.
Yeah.
And so what we can do is choose green or choose whatever color you want.
Wow.
And so there's Galadriel again. He's never looking at her in the trailer. So
are they seeing that?
yeah, and
Oh,
and,
that's
and
great.
they're hearing this. So the microphone's right here, so you can play the trailer.
Oh, good. And we can stop and point at things.
Far to the
All right,
east.
stop. All right, yeah. See that?
Arrows
This is Dol Guldur.
and the illustrator. So this is Dol Guldur.
And this is something I thought would be a full-on tower. I mean, a full-on tower.
And it's just ruins. So how can they be like totally underground in ruins?
Well, take a look at it. Dol Guldur, although it is partially in ruins, is not entirely vacant, is it? It is not entirely vacant.
How? But they don't know that, do they? Or do they have an idea and they're going to investigate?
Gandalf is going there to investigate, to see what's up.
Really?
And what's interesting is that even though it's not... and hi, Stargate Geek. Hello, Tarmiriel. Welcome, guys. Nice to have you here.
Yeah.
And
it's an
hi,
HD.
Stargate Geek. Hello, Tarmiriel. Welcome, guys. Nice to have you here.
That's clean. So
That looks great. Well, it took us out. Hello there, Primula. We are here.
Quick Beam is now known as Guest 2008.
Okay, that's
Your,
okay.
your nick has been registered.
Well, I don't use... I type in as the real Quick Beam.
Is that better?
Yes, that's much better. That's
okay,
me.
so you can see the foliage in this forest is much different and much darker than any other forest. So which makes
This is Mirkwood.
Mirkwood, but you know everyone, even the orcs feared the tree, the old tree forest.
Fangorn?
Fangorn. They
Yes.
stopped at the edge of Fangorn and said, "I ain't going in there." But this forest looks more
Threatening?
Threatening.
It sure does. Yeah, it does. It does look threatening.
so. You know what? So let's do this again. Let's play through the whole trailer,
Yeah.
and then we'll kind of just let it play, and then we'll go back again and let it and pause it and kind of show you what we're looking at.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit. But I do like to know them before they come. Visiting.
Mr. Baggins, at your service.
I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering.
This is the Hobbit.
You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No.
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage.
We will seize this chance to take back Erebor!
Here, Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to? I'm going on an adventure!
Mithrandir, why the halfling?
I'm Bilbo Baggins. Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. It gives me courage.
So this is your purpose, to enter the mountain?
What of it?
There are some who would not deem it wise.
A dark path has found a way back into the world.
Why don't we have a game of riddles?
And if it loses, what then? If it loses, precious, then we eat it. If Baggins loses, we eat it whole.
Fair enough.
I will take each and every one of these dwarves over the mightiest army. Loyalty, honor, a willing heart. I can ask no more than that. Home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
Well, that could have been worse.
That's the Great Goblin, absolutely.
So,
Yeah, guys, you guys over there in the there's a lot of people over there in the Barlaman's chat who probably don't realize. So beautiful. So beautiful.
As much as the next Hobbit.
The dwarves are determined to...
Mithrandir, why the
Did you
halfling?
see them walking along the terrace right there?
who is that?
Hmm?
Who is that?
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, who is that walking along that terrace right there? If I didn't know better, I would say that was Elrond.
Does it look like Elrond? Who's this over here then?
Oh, there's people over there. Well, it looks like there's people on almost every terrace.
This is a guard, and so there's Can we fast forward?
Mithrandir,
No, that dude definitely has a bow.
Mithrandir,
Look,
dear, why the halfling?
maybe.
Mithrandir, why the halfling?
I'm Bilbo Baggins. Perhaps it is because I'm afraid.
Why the halfling?
I'm Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, okay. So what we have here is we have a knife in this troll's hand, and we have a spoon in this troll's hand.
Uh-huh, yeah.
So they
okay.
really are cooking. This isn't like he's not holding a knife to hold a knife. Like maybe he's peeling potatoes or something like that.
Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. It gives me courage.
So you see that?
What? Now this is interesting. Look in the far background.
Well, look at the second movie title right here.
That's where it came from. It's on Thror's map.
Yep.
It's always been on Thror's map.
And what you're looking at over here?
You're welcome, Hope. Bye-bye. Have a great day at work. It's good to see you.
Here of old was Thrain.
Can we turn up, Cliff? Hey, can you hear us okay?
Da, 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 da. Yeah, we can turn it up. How's that? Is that better?
Does that sound better? Hope so. All right.
So what were you looking at right here? Here.
I'm looking at the iteration of 3D mountains in the far background of this map.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, all this stuff back there.
That's, yeah, a little trickery that they used on the original trilogy trailers.
Really?
To make it look good. Woo!
Wow, this is so cool.
So this is
Okay, so what's going on here? We're obviously in
Okay, we are.
this doorway
Yes.
is Elvish,
Yeah, we're in Rivendell, and we're at the
And-
waterfalls of Rivendell.
and there's plants over here, and
But we're
what is this thing?
do not know. Never seen it before. It
But
was never
don't-
described in Tolkien, so we
But
don't
how
know.
did they look at the map?
Well,
Don't they need something that looks at the map very uniquely?
there's a tab there that's Elpisa.
Oh, that's what the beep beep is.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's a private message. Bye, Elpisa.
so there's a lot. There's a lot happening in this scene to further the story, correct?
Yes, this is an important part where they discover a secret message on the map.
And so this is Thorin.
Uh-huh.
This is Dory.
Nope, Balin.
Balin.
That's Balin.
As in Balin's tomb?
Yes, he's the guy who bites the dust when he goes to try to reclaim Moria.
So this is when Gimli says, "Oh, my cousin Balin will give us a dwarves welcome."
Now, what is Brighter Moon saying? Says, the stone seems to glow. I suspect it's a special stone that lets them read moon letters. Well, maybe Brighter Moon, but the fact that the moon letters are visible at all is when you hold it up to moonlight. I don't think that the quality of the table might have anything to do with it, but
Well,
maybe it does.
that table has significance for sure. Otherwise, they wouldn't be standing around it, and Elrond wouldn't be holding the map in his hand.
Dwynna, yeah, Ori is the scribe. He's the record keeper.
Look, Elrond's holding
The map.
the map.
Yeah.
There was a way to make this bigger. So, are hobbits supposed to be smaller than dwarves?
Yes.
Okay.
Hobbits are smaller than dwarves. So you can see that even in that perspective, Balin is a little closer to the camera.
Yeah, but he does look tinier.
Yeah.
Much tinier. And no hat here.
enter the mountain.
What of it?
All right, goblins. Taking them prisoner into Goblin Town.
I'm surprised they didn't put any like little audio cues of down to Goblin Town.
No, they didn't. I would have loved hearing some of that, though.
Not deem it wise.
Oh, yeah, let's go see some bunny sled. Yeah. Well, it comes along quick, doesn't it?
He's like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, he sure is. Ha ha.
That's bird poop?
Yep, that's a lot of bird
What a
poop.
disgusting old man.
Ha 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 ha.
But this is what I'm talking about with the bunny ears right here. You can see like this looks like a bunny ear. This looks like a bunny ear. And
Well-
then you have his classic hat that looks like something that Doctor Who would wear or Sylvester McCoy. So,
That doesn't look like a Doctor Who hat.
but something Sylvester McCoy would wear, right? So there, it just. What's funny is look at the insides of this hat. You do have like the folds of an ear.
Do you think it suggests an ear shape? Maybe it does.
Look, when you draw it out, it looks like an ear shape.
I guess so.
Like these are definite. It's supposed to allude to.
His affinity for animals, perhaps.
Right.
Perhaps, yeah.
So. He definitely looks like a bunny.
Has found a way back into the
I love how that little thing shakes.
dark part has found a way back into the world.
He says a dark power.
Dark part has found a way back into the world.
Yeah, look at the other hedgehogs on the left. They're just eating and relaxing and having a good time.
Do they all talk?
No,
Do you,
none of these talk.
do you think the animals will talk like, Radagast, can you save him?
No,
See,
no, they don't.
This gives me hope that none of these animals are going to talk.
No, but maybe he has his own way of communicating with them. Wow, that is a giant spider. That is a giant spider leg.
Yes. So
That is so.
what we got here? First off, here's the tip off. You have the spider leg down here in the shadow. See, it has
Outside the
definitely-
window. Oh yeah.
It definitely has a curvature here.
And the whole body is moving outside the window.
And then here's another leg.
No, that's the abdomen. That's a whole piece of its body.
And then this is the start of a spider leg coming in. So you can,
Yeah.
if we forward just a little bit,
Yeah. Spider leg coming to get you.
why is the spider attacking this tree?
Unknown. But the spider's trying to get Radagast.
Is that in the book?
No. None of Radagast is in the book.
So a spider is attacking Radagast, and we don't know what's.
That's right. We know nothing about
So
it.
this is part of the sacrilege of Peter Jackson. What is this? This isn't in the book. How dare you mess with our little children's book?
This is where the purists are going to be upset. Yes, the purists will be upset about that.
Why don't we have a game of riddles?
And if it loses?
Look at those big old blue eyes. Not as many wrinkles. His hair is more full.
But look at the animation, the CG of his skin, and it's amazing.
If Baggins loses, we exit home.
Fair enough.
Wow, that is so great.
Like he's breaking a rock.
He is, and letting the sunshine in.
Okay, so again, this is what I'm talking about.
Let me lay it on you. Lay it on you with the telestrator. Okay, we had all this from Tolkien, right from the books, that Gandalf uses his staff, and he tricks the trolls. That this spot right here, where he splits this rock in two, and I'm going to show you guys. And I hope you can see this. This piece broken off from here, broken off from where he's standing. Very risky game to play, Gandalf. Very risky. Because if he had cracked the stone in the wrong spot, he could have collapsed himself, accidentally taking himself down. But Gandalf knew what he was doing. And hello, Kiwi Scotty. Welcome to the chat. So this.
Here's what I'm talking about foreshadowing. Here's what I'm talking about with the movies.
He cracks the stone open to get the sunlight to come into the veil.
And guess what he does in the Two Towers? He uses sunlight to save the day. He uses sunlight to save the day.
This is thematically consistent. This is what This is what
this
Professor
goes back
Tolkien
to-
said.
Goes back to everything I've been saying about prequel foreshadowing and ruining the moments in the original trilogy with foreshadowing using the same exact tricks. So everyone complaining about, the Star Wars movies are lessened because there's no surprises anymore. There's a bunch of the prequels have ruined all the cool surprises of the original trilogy. Well, bam. That's what's happening right now. And if Dare says anything on the third day, look to the east, or make sure the trolls are in the looking east, or something like that. It's just going to be foreshadowing. He's ruining the moment.
There's nothing wrong with that kind of consistency. Even Tolkien said that Gandalf had the Ring of Fire, the elven Ring of Fire, and he used fire and light as his constant weapons against shadow. So why wouldn't it be perfect? It's perfect for Gandalf to have. Hey, we are live. Yes, I think I think there's no problem at all that Gandalf is using his powers with sunlight and fire consistently.
Does anyone remember the password?
Now this is what I want to see. Look at all that Goblin Town. Oh, wow.
All right, yeah, you got to figure it out.
Look at these guys. But before these wargs come storming into the scene, take a closer look. There.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Look at the goblins swarming like ants. That's just fantastic.
And it looks just like freaking. Let's see. Staff.
I have to say, this is a really impressive shot. Really showing that Weta is at the top of their game. Who knew that there was this much space under the mountain? And you know, Carlsbad Caverns was big. This is where the goblins have moved into Carlsbad Caverns. Isn't that great? This is so cool. Yeah, look at this. Right here, we see, right through here, we see this range of all these goblins coming out.
I'm telling you, it looks like the underwater sea of Boss Nass, and then you look at the Great Goblin, and it is Boss Nass. You want something from Starbucks?
Yes.
What do you want?
You know.
Orange juice or green machine or whatever they have?
Yeah, and are you?
Pastry or
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
cheese Danish or cinnamon roll?
the coffee cake or a muffin or whatever. Huh? Yeah, coffee cake or a muffin.
So you've got.
And this is just remarkable. I've got everybody here.
That's the staff chat room, and then.
Wow, guys. This
and
is
then, yeah.
I have everything here. This is genius. Great setup, by the way. And look, hey, you guys can see my point, and I don't know what you could say about any comparison to what we've seen from Peter Jackson before, but to see the goblins have created their own underground realm with their structures.
Down to Goblin Town?
Yeah, but just because the song said it doesn't mean that we ever had the right to expect it would be so literally and coolly made. I mean, these goblins have taken matters into their own hands to build a civilization underground without an angry wizard bitching at them and telling them to build it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is just fantastic. What do you guys think of this?
But here,
huh?
here before I depart, look. Look at these bubbles. I wish this telestrator could go big. But look at these bubbles. And then a bubble over here. And then look at this whole cave structure. This is just like how the Jedi leave the cave. This is exactly like Star Wars. It's an underground place instead of underwater. The whole place is structured like these bubbles, communities of bubbles, and the cave is entered in a similar fashion as a Star Wars. So go back and watch episode 1.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
And watch this. Go
For
back,
heaven's
go
sake.
back and watch. You know what? If I have to make a YouTube video and do a side-by-side comparison, I'll do it, and then I'll throw in some Donkey Kong Country because all of these little
Oh,
paths.
you're making Muriel very upset. You're out of your mind.
Well, she should be upset because I am very upset that this is keeps turning into a Star Wars.
You are
thing.
just being contentious for the sake of being contentious. That's silly. Silly, 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 silly. That does not evoke any Star Wars anything.
It totally does.
Oh my gosh, what are you talking about?
I'm going to get coffee.
Ha ha ha. That's so funny. Okay. Go watch the alternate endings? Where are those alternate endings? Hey, you guys are talking about where are those alternate endings? Okay. I'll look there. TheHobbit.com? Alright, cool. Very, very cool. I'm typing in several different chat screens at once. This trailer gives away so much, I'm really surprised. Wow. Cliff, we've called down a number of screen caps and we're about to create a single torn caps for each. Staff thoughts to come later. Okay, cool. All right, let's continue to take a look at what's happening here in the Goblin Caves. All right, guys, we're going to play more of the trailer, and so onward and forward. All right, Warg Heaven, okay? This is crazy Warg Heaven, and here they come. Very, very different designs. Oh, now we've got Bilbo running for his life. We're going to go frame by frame right here. Those teeth, those eyes. Here's Bilbo, or Bilbo stunt double. Wow, look at those eyes flash green as this beast jumps. Over Bilbo. So, there you go. Look at this, guys. Those wargs do not resemble these hyenas at all. Wildcat? I don't know. Really, a wildcat type of thing. I hadn't thought of that. I just think the animation looks fantastic. So moving forward. Oh yes, there they are. And there's nowhere to go with wargs this size coming to take you down. From the smallest beginnings. Now here we are back in Goblin Town. Oh, there are skeletons and body parts everywhere. But Goblin Town is nicely lit. Knocks a weapon out of the goblin's hand. The goblin loses his weapon, but comes right back up on the railing for more. And Owen takes his trusty dwarf quarterstaff and knocks him back down. Good one. Good one, John Callan. Now, going from the inside to the outside. Okay. Does this remind you of the Pass of Carathras? It reminds me just a little bit of that very difficult situation where the Fellowship finds themselves right here is, this is great, guys, this is really great. Right here, of course, is Thorin, okay? Right next to him is Glowing. This is Glowing. That's Gimli's dad, of course. Okay, let's pick another color. And who do we have here? Owen. Okay, so there's Owen and Glowing side by side. And right behind them, okay, trying to bring the Dwarven Company safely around the corner. This seems to me like I see Balin. That's definitely Balin. I see Balin, and behind him, this must be with the pike. I wonder if that's Nori. It might be Biffer. This is great. Oh, so the Bilbo ending is hilarious. So, okay, guys, I've got to go over to thehobbit.com and I've got to see this. I really do have to see this. So, let's go and see the alternate ending. Where is alternate ending? Okay. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen. thehobbit.com. And here on thehobbit.com, create your own version of the trailer. All right, look, there's all these different alternate endings. Oh, really? Sting? Cool. Wow. I found it. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. I just found it. This is awesome. But I don't think that I'm going to be able to... Oh, wow. Look, there's Gandalf. Having a conversation with Bilbo. You have chosen the Gandalf moment. How cool is this? You can actually customize the trailer with these bits.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
Wow, guys. I am taking a moment. Thank you for waiting. This is so cool. I actually get to see...
Before they come. Visiting Mr. Baggins? Yes, sir. I'm surrounded.
all these different
What are
options.
they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering.
Okay, I'm going to see this first alternate ending with a Gandalf moment at the end.
A willing heart. I can ask no more than that.
Home is now behind me.
Here we go.
They took wagers on whether or not you'd turn up. Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
What did you think?
My dear fella, I never doubted you for a second.
Ha 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 ha! Great Gandalf moment. Oh yeah, that's great. I never doubted you for a moment. Ah, that's a great Gandalf bit. Oh, that's really very good. Okay. Okay, you guys, this is very, very cool that they have all these alternate endings. Yes, I've got to say, that's really, really cool. So let's go straight to 220. Jump.
Far
to the end of the
east,
trailer.
over range.
Here it is.
Give them a contract.
Shall not be liable for injuries, including but not limited to incineration.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the Terrible. He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
You're right, laddie.
No.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is funny. Are you all right, lad? Nope.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak.
Gosh, that's so cool. That is so cool. I can't believe there's so much extra stuff.
This is Glamdring, the foe hammer, sword of the King of Gothnul.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying, why someone hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
Balin has lots of great dialogue. That is so great. I wouldn't bother, laddie. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I wouldn't bother, laddie. Balin has lots of great dialogue. This is fantastic. I gotta see that one more time. I definitely gotta see that one more time. I'm so down for this.
This is Glamdring, the foe hammer, sword of the King of Gothnul.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying, why someone hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
Really? Okay. Was that Brett McKenzie? Really? Was that Brett McKenzie standing in the background? Where Elrond says, "This is Glamdring." Let's see. That might be Brett in the background.
This is Glamdring.
Yep, there he is.
Foe hammer, sword of the King of Gothnul.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying, why someone hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
More of a letter opener, really. Gosh, that's awesome. That is really, really, really awesome. It's so awesome. Guys, I can't even tell you how awesome this is. Okay, here's the Gollum one. I haven't seen the Gollum one, but here we go.
Is it lost? Yes, yes, and I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
Oh, we know safe paths for hobbits. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, good one. Gollum schizophrenia. That's funny too.
Far to the east,
Yeah,
over ranges and rivers.
that's really, really fantastic. And the ending that has the dwarves at the ending, that's super good. So super good. I want to watch that Gandalf one more time. Just to say that I've seen it.
They took wagers, put on whether or not you'd turn up. Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
And what did you think?
Oh, my dear fellow, I never doubted you for a second.
Yeah, great Howard Shore music. So good. So good. I'm just really, really thrilled with this. I think this is great stuff. Incineration. Oh man, you guys are really blowing me away with this. You are so blowing me away with this. But now let's go back to what we were really looking at in the trailer. That is a stone giant. I really dig all these alternate endings, but look, this is too cool for words. This stone giant, man. I gotta say, I find it really interesting that this is great. Did you see the alternate trailer endings? Here on thehobbit.com.
I'll bring them up.
Look, there's 4 different alternate endings, and they're amazing. Ooh, oh, I love it. Thanks.
Really?
Yeah, look. There's a Gandalf bit.
Let's download.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think you can. These are streaming only, and it does have the original one with the dwarves being squished by the Great Goblin. Evidently, they thought that was the funniest one and the most impactful one, and they picked it out. It is. This is great. Balin, we've been talking all morning. I wish Balin had more dialogue. Well, you can cut straight to 220. It will go straight to it, and you can see it. It doesn't matter if it's playing or not. You can, and it'll show you the time if it plays.
All right.
Yeah, and you can just go to 219.
Hold on, folks.
You want to see it first, don't you? Thanks. Yummy. Was there a long line down there?
Not too bad.
I love Radagast. Radagast is the best.
You've loved him since his inception. All right, so it's at the end here.
Yeah, 220.
They took wages. They took wages. On whether or not you'd turn up. Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
What did you think?
Oh, my dear fellow, I never doubted you for a second.
That's clever.
Isn't this great to have the wit and wisdom of Gandalf right there at the end?
Give him a contract.
Shall not be liable for injuries including but not limited to incineration.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the Terrible. He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
You're right, laddie.
No.
See, I don't. It's too forced. No way. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that one.
This is Glamdring, the foe hammer, sword of the King of Gondor.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying? Why a sword hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
Balin rules! Balin and Bilbo are going to become very close friends. It's really fantastic. Not even sure it's a sword, really. More of a letter opener.
Is it lost? Yes. Yes. And I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
Oh, we know safe paths for hobbits. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
Andy Serkis schizophrenia. Everyone loves a little Gollum schizophrenia. Oh, how cool is that Elrond actually does tell Gandalf the name of his sword, Glamdring. And Sting hasn't been named yet, but Bilbo is considering, asking Elrond his advice on the sword.
So we got the telestrator. All right, so let's figure out what's going on.
Oh my gosh, this is just too cool. This is just too cool.
All right, who's paying who?
Well, it looks like Jed Brophy Jed Brophy there is throwing. I don't think they're fruit. They're bags of gold to everybody. Everyone's getting
Who's
their.
that?
Well, that's John Callan playing Glowing's brother, Owen. That's Owen. And behind him are Keely and Feely.
Whether or not you tune up.
What did you think?
All right, before we analyze this, we'll just let these play.
They took wagers, but on whether or not you'd turn up. Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
What did you think?
Well, my dear fellow, I never doubted you for a second.
Nah, Gandalf got his payout from the bet, and he says, I never doubted you for a second.
Give him the contract.
Shall not be liable for injuries including but not limited to incineration.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the Terrible. He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
You're right, laddie.
No.
Oh, it's so fake. I don't like that.
I think it's cute.
That's what I'm saying, that maybe there's a reason Martin Freeman is not in the market.
This is Glamdring, the foe hammer, sword of the King of Gothnul.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying, why a sword hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
Isn't that great? Balin is the best.
That's why he dies.
Mm-hmm. The best characters die.
Is it lost? Yes, yes, and I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
Oh, readers, we know safe paths for hobbits. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
Wasn't talking to you.
What if they'd picked that as the ending? What if they'd picked that Gollum moment as the ending?
So, Gandalf definitely won that. Here's what's fun. Look, you have Thorin giving him the contract.
Mm-hmm.
The contract? Hobbits don't work in contracts. They're just friendly folk.
But dwarves mean business.
Shall not be liable for injuries including but not limited to incineration.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the...
Who is that?
James, I think that's James Nesbitt.
That would be a reference to Smaug the dragon.
I think that's James Nesbitt, isn't it?
Terrible.
No.
He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
Smaug the Terrible?
Sometimes referred to as Smaug the Golden.
Right, laddie.
No.
What's that little... Nope. Nope. Nope.
He's trying to decide whether he's going to faint or not.
Why does Bilbo faint?
That's what Tolkien wrote.
This is Glamdring.
Brent McKenzie in the background.
Really?
From Flight of the Conchords. All right, guys, take a quick second. Do you recognize this fellow right here?
There he is, first shot.
If I didn't know better, guys.
Are our friends in the chat room, realizing this?
Do you guys realize that must be?
How about in the staff chat room?
Is that Figwit? Or if we go back, I don't know whether that's him or not. Is that Figwit? Hey, let's clear that. Is this Figwit right here? Is this Brett McKenzie? Standing right next to Elrond? Who is that?
That looks like Brett McKenzie, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe. What do you think, Justin? I'm going to switch chairs with you and go over to the facilities.
Well, he's not playing Figwit in this, is he?
Well,
or is he?
That's not the character's name, but...
But yeah, I thought they brought him back, Brett McKenzie, back as a different character.
They did.
Eowyn Shield Maiden says, that is Figwit. Very good. Very good. So, is this the sword that Gandalf wields throughout the Lord of the Rings? You know who this looks like? Right here. You know who this looks like? Look closely. Looks like Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens, dressed as Maleficent. No, the Queen from Snow White. The evil queen. That. He looks like Paul Rubens. Anyway.
Sword.
Wait, so is Bilbo having sword envy here? He has Sting. That's Sting.
I wouldn't bother, laddie. Swords are named for the great deeds they do in war.
What are you saying, Wyatt? Someone hasn't seen battle?
No, actually, sure, it is a sword. More of a letter opener, really.
That's crazy.
Is it lost? Yes, and I want to get unlost.
It's so great to see Tarmiriel during the day.
We know safe paths for hobbitses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
Wasn't talking to you. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
I love that too.
Is it lost? Yes, and I want to get unlost as soon as possible.
I want to get unlost.
We know safe paths for hobbitses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
Oh, I've got to get. Is that really the correct time?
Mm-hmm. So that's those are the custom endings to the trailer. But if we go back to the main trailer, the Stone Trolls. Jeez.
Stone Giants.
Honor. A willing heart. I can ask no more.
God, he looks awesome.
Do you know what? I think the movie is doing
that. Home is now behind you. The world is ahead. Now behind you.
Wow, that is so great. Goblins try to attack them, and I love it. It's just so great.
He just sticks his... They're so coordinated. And who do we have at the top? We have...
well, there's Bombor on the left. Let's circle him.
So that's Bombor.
Mm-hmm.
And
grab another color, orange.
This is Thorin.
Yes, definitely
and
Thorin.
This is
Dwalin.
Mm-hmm. And then this is
Owen and Glowing.
Owen.
That's Glowing.
And
huh? You circled Glowing first with the axe.
And then Gandalf.
Where?
Is back here.
Where? Oh, Gandalf. Oh, yeah, there is Gandalf.
So is Gandalf in underground?
Yeah, they're all underground in the
Gandalf gets captured? Or
they all do, yeah.
How does Gandalf get captured?
Well, actually, I don't want to spoil it for you. You just have to wait and see.
All right. So, do we have... Do they give us any sneak do they give us any good shots of what the goblins look like?
Yeah, you can see them really good right there.
This guy's head looks like it's floating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because that's bad CG. That's where they put goblins' faces over the performer.
I mean,
well, he looks like he's supposed to be shuffling, shuffling his head back and forth.
I guess it works when it's full speed.
Yeah, it does work better when it's full speed. Lunging after him.
There's something about all these overhead shots, even when they were in the Moria before, that just look fake. I don't know.
It looks good to me.
Like, look, if there was a hole in the thing, I would hesitate. Like, I would double step. I don't know. Like, they did that was an issue I had when they were running through Moria from all the goblins. But you use the same technology. And there is, gosh, this is cool. Isn't this cool? This little...
Yeah.
And you can actually see its wings.
Moving. It's actually flying.
Yeah,
it's a really...
its wings go up.
Yeah, the dwarves design and create remarkable, remarkable things.
They do. Oh, look, who's asleep down... Who's asleep over here?
All of them. There's Balin. They're all asleep. And Bilbo is the very first one who realizes there's danger.
Gandalf? And you show with the eagle?
Yeah. I know, huh? But it goes from the toy eagle to a real eagle right in the same quadrant of the screen. It's really a nice touch.
Yeah.
That's an accident, though. I don't suppose they could have planned something like that.
Editors know what they're doing.
You think?
He looks Asian. This guy. Doesn't he?
I always thought he looked Mongolian.
Mongolian, yeah.
I always thought he looked that.
He looks Mongolian.
It's the hat. It's the beard. He looks
and the
Mongolian.
mustache, yeah.
Yeah, the hat and the mustache, he totally, yeah.
Definitely. So, one line in the book becomes a major action sequence.
Yeah, one simple line.
And then, yeah, you can definitely see what... You can definitely see the stone giant here. You have the leg, and you have his boot. And then his knee... His leg goes up here, and then his knee, crotch. Here's his other leg, chest, and then his arm and hands.
That's right.
His shoulder goes up here.
I guess we don't see any distinguishing features of their faces, do we?
Well, I was just looking at this right here, and let's see, right here. Oh, that's his shoulder going away. No, this is what I think. I think he's a hunchback. Look. Let's clear this.
You think?
Watch the back and forth. I think this is like his eye, and that's his mouth. You know what? He looks like, we're going back to Star Wars, he looks like Admiral Akbar. This is his head.
I don't see
this
that.
This is his under chin.
You think?
And that's his eye.
I think this is all part of his torso, and I think his head is way off here somewhere. His head is off to this corner, blocked by his left hand. See? That's his left hand.
This is his left hand.
That's his left hand. And
yeah.
I think that his face is completely obscured. And
I think this is his head right here.
I don't. I
And
think
and
that's
this is
or
his
that,
eye.
That's his shoulder and part of his.
This is his eye.
You think?
And this is his mouth.
I don't see that.
And he looks like Mon Calamari. I think he looks like Admiral Akbar. He's got that kind of hunched over look with the face. He is not anything. Look, isn't that his head? Yeah, because his next role is this is his armpit.
You think?
Maybe. Yeah. No one. You look. I'm telling you, there's more to this prequel than meets the eye. There's. You guys think I'm crazy now, but when you see it.
Well, that could have been worse.
So this is just the 14 dwarves, right? Boss Nass. So that is Dame Edna.
Yeah, that's Dame Edna.
With the horns coming out of his head.
I think that's his goblin crown.
And you think his crown would have fallen off since he just fell down?
Unless it's soldered into his head.
Exactly. And this is his, big Boss Nass neck.
Does not.
I don't know. Why is he shirtless? Why you think the great goblin would I guess he's just a big slob, huh?
Why would he bother with wearing clothes?
Okay, isn't he the ruler of this area? He's the ruler, right?
He is, yes.
What are you laughing at, Stargate Geek and Tar Muriel?
Justin, seriously.
Like, come on. Look at it. Look, is that and is that his feet over here? Okay.
Yeah, I see one of his feet.
Well, that could have been worse.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit.
Is there anything we haven't seen in Hobbiton that we see now? Is there anything here that we haven't seen before?
Yeah, well, we're seeing many like
some wrestling going on over here.
We're seeing some really great views. You notice how the party tree here, this whole big party tree, has lost a lot of its foliage. Since 10 years ago, the tree on the farm has gotten older and older, and it doesn't fill out as much. It doesn't have as many needles growing on it, and so it looks a little more thin. But that is the party tree where they had the whole birthday party. And if you look down here, see the yellow door? That is the yellow door where Sean Astin, walked in to meet his wife in the very last shot of The Return of the King.
Okay.
Yep, that is the very last shot. That particular door of that hobbit hole, that is Sam's house.
And this is the bridge that Gandalf crosses at the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the Green Dragon Inn. That's where the hobbits...
This is the Green Dragon. Really?
Not that. Well, that's the mill. You've just circled the mill. Pick another color, and that's the Green Dragon. Yeah, that's the Green Dragon right there. Yes. Totally.
Rawr. So they do like dragons. Green Dragon Inn. Okay.
Pretty cool stuff.
I thought the Green Dragon Inn was something, a human thing, not a Hobbit thing. 14. Is that the staff?
Yeah, and they're doing captions.
Oh yeah, they've
Yeah, I've got to run to work though.
Okay.
It won't be able to stay around much longer, guys. Oh look, Omar
I like visitors
from
as much as
Houston.
the next Hobbit.
Gandalf.
In 3D.
Gandalf in
this
3D.
This should be fun.
But I do like to know them before they come.
Oh, all the girls are getting their panties in a twist over Aidan Turner.
Look at.
For my money, Dean O'Gorman is the winner.
He just looks awesome.
Dean O'Gorman is the winner. He's so cool.
This guy just looks lost. He's like he's trying too hard.
Mr. Baggins, at your service. I'm surrounded.
Oh, that's a fun little screenshot.
Do you know what? These guys are the Garth and Wayne of Middle Earth.
Yeah.
Keely and Feely are the Garth and Wayne of Middle Earth. I'm going to grab this real quick.
I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they?
They really hit each other's head.
So, this is the Hobbit.
Look at him. Look at Bilbo like an object, not a person.
Okay.
You can see him look left eye, right eye, left eye, right eye.
Yeah, that's the way Richard Armitage looked at me. He's like trying to look inside you and figure out what you're doing.
Yeah.
He does that all the time.
Look, every shot is Richard Armitage looking. I wonder if are there any shots of Richard Armitage drinking?
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage.
We will seize this chance to
Take back Erebor!
Erebor.
He's got a big hand, doesn't he? This almost looks cartoony. Look at the size of Thorin's hand in comparison with the rest of his body. It's huge.
It's just a big ring.
That hand is huge. That's the way you look at people, Tarmariel? You look past them? Like an elf? You have a 1,000-yard stare at the guy and girl 2 feet from you? Alright, what else is going on in here? Okay, so he's in the middle. There's that yellow door. That's where Sam ends up. Wait, no. Here's another yellow door. No, I think this is definitely Sam's house. Sam. Yeah, it is just a farming community, huh? You got the main road that goes this way. We drove through a lot of areas like this on our road trip. Is that the same actor?
Where?
That is angry and sweeping his
No.
No?
It's not the same actor who is the angry hobbit sweeping his front stoop.
Okay.
The grouchy one.
Is it a family member of Bilbo? Right there? He's got the same hair.
Where?
Who do you think that is?
Where?
In the middle.
Just some of his neighbors. Just some hobbit neighbors.
Okay. Of no significance. Oh, what does that map say?
Where?
I'm going on an adventure!
Here of old was Thrain. Oh, that's just not part of the map.
Yeah.
Why the halfling?
Here you go.
Why Bilbo Baggins? Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. It gives me courage.
Why does Bilbo give Gandalf courage?
That is an angry, nasty goblin.
Who's that at the bottom with the shovel? Feely?
Yeah, that looks like Feely.
This is pretty amazing.
That's not the one I want. Wow, the goblins are driving their prisoners down to the depths of the caverns. Giant bunny sled. Bunny sled.
God, old and just too much. And a giant spider, even though it's not in the books. See, that's why I'm going to enjoy this movie better than you guys.
Lose his precious, they will eat it. If Baggins loses, we eat it home.
25 minutes, huh?
Fair enough.
Grey Flood River, Dunland, Gap of Rohan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will take each and every one of these dwarves over the mightiest army.
Jeez.
All right, my bus is coming in 8 minutes.
All right.
Time to roll out to work.
So are the stone giants like fighting each other?
Yes.
Willing heart.
They were having a game. The stone giants were having a game of throwing boulders at each other.
Really?
Home is now behind
Yeah.
you. The world is ahead.
All right, stop. You notice that line that Gandalf says? Your home is behind you, the world lies ahead. That is the song that Pippin sings a cappella in The Return of the King when he's in the dining room with Denethor.
All sad and stuff?
Yeah, that is the exact lyric of Pippin's song.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Home is behind, the world ahead. That is a direct reference to Pippin's little singing melody that he has there.
And then let's just show the...
Have you got a medium black obey?
If it's there, it's there.
Yeah, I'm gonna PayPal $6 to Chris. Okay? Because I'm getting another one.
Sure.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single...
Oh, no. Where's the other QuickTime? There it is.
These are only smalls.
Bet that you wouldn't. They took wages.
Is there a medium? Large.
They took wages. But on whether or not you'd turn up. Most of them bet that you wouldn't.
What did you think?
Well, my dear fella, I never doubted you for a second.
Isn't that super good?
So they go and meet Bilbo and make a mess, clean it up, and then they leave, and then they take bets.
Give him a contract.
Shall not be liable for injuries including but not limited to incineration.
Well, that would be a reference to Smaug the Terrible. He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
No.
You're right, laddie.
No.
I'm just a simple hobbit. I can't do an adventure. Get it?
Double extra large? No.
So is this the first time Gandalf gets his sword?
Oh, I need right.
This is Glumdring.
That's where he got it from the goblin,
Sword of the
from the
King
troll
of Gondor.
treasure.
I wouldn't bother, laddie.
Really?
Swords are named
Yeah,
for the
got it.
great
Oh,
deeds
and
they
so
do
then he
war.
takes
What do you say,
the
word?
troll
Sword,
treasure and
battle.
say, hey, is there anything
No,
cool
I'm
about
actually
the
sure
sword?
it is
Yeah.
a sword.
Exactly.
More of a letter opener, really.
I love that. Okay, off to work. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, Omar. Bye, Rava. Hope your cough feels better. Good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Really good stuff.
And I want to get
We'll see you guys online later on.
Oh,
All right, we'll see you.
We know safe paths for houses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up.
Didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
So I think that's all I have. The Long Lake. I don't know. So we'll just watch the trailer one more time through, and then we'll call it a day. So here it is, the Hobbit trailer.
Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit. But I do like to know them before they come visiting.
Mr. Baggins?
At your service.
I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering.
So, this is the Hobbit.
You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No.
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage.
We will seize this chance to take back Erebor!
Here, Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to?
I'm going on an adventure!
Mithrandir, why the halfling?
Why Bilbo Baggins? Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. But it gives me courage.
So this is your purpose, to enter the mountain?
What of it?
There are some who would not deem it wise.
The dark power has found a way back into the world.
Why don't we have a game of riddles?
And if it loses, what then? If it loses, precious, then we eat it. If Baggins loses, we eat it whole.
Fair enough. I would take each and every one of these dwarves over the mightiest army. Loyalty, honor, a willing heart. I can ask no more than that.
Home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
Well, that could have been worse.
You got to be joking! Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit. But I do like to know them before they come visiting.
Mr. Baggins? At your service.
I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering.
So, this is the Hobbit.
You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No.
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage.
We will seize this chance to take back Erebor!
Here,
Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to? I'm going on an adventure.
Mithrandir, why the halfling?
I, Bilbo Baggins. Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. It gives me courage.
So this is your purpose, to enter the mountain.
What of it?
There are some who would not deem it wise.
The dark path has found a way back into the world.
Why don't we have a game of riddles?
And if it loses, what then? If it loses precious, there will be six. If Baggins loses, we eat it whole.
Fair enough.
I will take each and every one of these dwarves over the mightiest army. Loyalty, honor, a willing heart. I can ask no more than that.
Home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
Well, that could have been worse.
Right, a merry gathering. Far to the east, over ranges and rivers, lies a single solitary peak. The dwarves are determined to reclaim their homeland.
I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit. But I do like to know them before they come.
Visiting, Mr. Baggins?
At your service. I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering.
So, this is the Hobbit.
You asked me to find the 14th member of this company, and I have chosen Mr. Baggins.
Me? No.
Hobbits can pass unseen by most if they choose, which gives us a distinct advantage. We will seize this chance to take back Erebor!
Here, Mr. Bilbo, where are you off to? I'm going on an adventure.
Mithrandir, why the halfling?
Why Bilbo Baggins? Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. It gives me courage.
So this is your purpose, to enter the mountain.
What of it?
There are some who would not deem it wise.
The dark path has found a way back into the world.
Why don't we have a game of riddles?
And if it loses, what then? If it loses precious, there will eat it. If Baggins loses, we eat it whole.
Fair enough.
I will take each and every one of these dwarves over the mightiest army. Loyalty, honor, a willing heart. I can ask no more than that.
Home is now behind you. The world is ahead.
Well, that could have been worse.
You got to be joking!